Hey, boys and girls, it's Travis again. It's day three of what I guess I am calling Project Climbing the Well, only because I used kind of an analogy yesterday when I kind of described what this whole process is when you take a fall, when you have a kind of an emotional crash like I did this past weekend. Um, so I'm just gonna kind of go run through my day a little bit. Today was Sunday. Today, Sunday, September the say third, fourth, and church. My church. I usually do boards. I usually partially run the boards, video boards there. I do and teach that sort of stuff as well. Teach my DDPO class at least once a week there. But this was my week to do video boards, so I did that. And afterwards, I went run some errands, got some groceries and stuff for the week, and came home and did a little bit of little self reflection, go in meditation, go whatever, just kind of a little time to myself. And then I went and did Hayden Walden's, the director of DDP Yoga certification, by the way. His 729 level 1-esque workout. Always brings it, sweating like crazy. It was a great workout. So burn some decent calories there. Something I've been doing, and I've been doing this for the past few weeks, and I don't know, if it has plays anything with how I got, what happened with me mentally or whatever else there. I'm not really going to reflect on that at this point, but I am going to, take things in consideration. I've been doing intermittent fasting recently over the past few weeks. So I've been doing at least 12 to 16-hour intermittent fasting. So my eating has been usually, at the earliest starting at after 1. Today I didn't really eat anything until after about 4:35 after I got done with my workout. And then had had a quick hemp protein shake, banana shake with peanut butter, some avocado, half an avocado, and did that. Some almond milk. And then we had supper and everything there. So, and I'm going to have some supper before I go to bed. Um, and then I won't eat anything until probably tomorrow afternoon. But I've been doing that as a regular basis, and I like what it's been doing for me mentally. With, I've been a little more clear mentally. Thinking I have been drooping and drowsing throughout the day if I eat something right away. So short term, it's been working good, but I'm just gonna keep on doing it for a few more weeks here and kind of see what it does, and decide at some point whether I'm gonna back off it or step it up a little bit. I had to back off it a little bit because I had an injury on my right. This is my right back or posterior lateral muscle. Had a little cramping there, so I took it real easy, modified where I need to, really increased my water intake, and did that. So, and then spent some time with my family, and we watched some Doctor Who. We're a Doctor Who family. So, and that was kind of my day. Felt a little better today. No real stressors, no real nothing nothing really bad happening all today, or no bad feelings today. So far so good. But again, this is the holiday weekend. Tomorrow's Labor Day. When we get back to work, we'll see how things go here. But I've also been trying to plan my week out a little bit. So they just started the new, if you do the DDP Yoga Now app, you know that they start the new 13-week stuff there, and I was on Advanced 2 the last 13 weeks. Now I do a custom. I'm just going to do a custom and customize my workout throughout the week and choose everything here. And what I'm going to shoot for here is try to get a half hour to 40-minute workout right away in the morning. And then in the evening, I'll either do my class, or I'll do a little bit of longer workout, or I might even call it my quote unquote rest day from the longer workouts, or I might just do another short one. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, but I'm gonna start increasing the activity levels a little bit there. And see how that goes, and try to keep on top of that. Also been getting back into keeping track of food journaling, doing the MyFitness app. It's a thing. It's an app done by Under Armour. It's sponsored by Under Armour, so it's a good app. It's decent there. There's the premium option there. I don't do the premium option. I just go the free route. I'm just doing the logging and doing that there. That seems to be okay. I don't need any extra bells and whistles at this point, so I don't feel the need to actually go put in an extra $10 a month for the extra stuff there at this point. So yeah. So that's pretty much been my day. And what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to blog. I'm going to write stuff out. I'm going to do a start at the start of the week, and then do an end of the week review. Type stuff out, go over, and then do video stuff throughout the week, kind of check in, that sort of thing. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. There's one thing I want to also mention here, and I should explain a little bit. When everything dropped, as it were, I had said and posted, in Facebook post, vague booking. Have you ever heard that term, vague booking? You put something out there. It's kind of vague and ominous, and people take all sorts of different ways. And I want to try to avoid that because I hate drama and I hate that sort of stuff. But I had a crash, and it was a bad one. I described it as a goodbye cruel world sort of crash. And if you don't have any context to that, that sort of, it sounds bad. And if it was earlier in my life, back was in teens and early 20s, yeah, it would have been bad. And I touched on this during Nolan Bobbitt's Choosing Change podcast, which I would love it if Nolan came back and did that again here. I know he's working on him, so I know, Nolan, if you're watching this or whatever else, hopefully someday I get to talk to you again, one way or the other. But when I was growing up, I felt very isolated. Felt very on the outside of things. Ridiculed. I was bullied when I was in elementary, junior high, even though I was a wrestler in junior high school. So it's not like I couldn't take care of myself, but you know, I didn't stop people wanting to get into fights and with me and push me around and do whatever. And and so I was in junior high, high school. A few years after that, suicidal. And back in that day, when you had those thoughts, there were a few times, obviously not successful, uh, but when you're suicidal, when you have those sort of thoughts, you obsess and you do stuff that that only makes sense in your head. And one of the things I did, and you did this back in the day, and the only reason why anyone's going to know what I'm talking about there is Guardians of the If it wasn't for Guardians of the Galaxy, no one would know, or Stranger Things for that matter, no one would know what a mixtape is. um, if you weren't born before 2000. Well, I made a mixtape back in those days, and I would listen to it when I was low. And it started with Metallica's One, and then it went to the Airplane in Pink Floyd, doing the Crash, and to doing the Crash uh, in going into Comfortably Numb, and then going into again from Pink Floyd's The Wall, Goodbye Cruel World. And then went from there. And then from there went to Fade. Went back to Metallica. Went to Fade to Black. Yeah, real cheery stuff. And so, and so this is where, so eventually I sought counseling. Eventually I got out of that phase, got better. Friday, when things kind of crashed, while I didn't have those thoughts of hurting myself, harming myself, or whatever else, Goodbye Cruel World popped in my head. And that scared me a lot. That's where I knew. I mean, my wife had been, letting it down a little bit, whatever else. My wife would say, hey, maybe you should see a doctor. And I was always reluctant on going to see a doctor because I, don't want to take meds. I thought, I can pull myself out of this. I can, I can get better. I can handle this. That happened. When that started going through my head, that was the big sign that says, get help. So my point to you is this. If you have people around you, loved ones around you, and they see that you're struggling, they may notice stuff that you may be totally oblivious to, that you're struggling, that you're kind of slope it down a little bit. Listen for a little bit. Might be true, might not be true, but give it a little bit of credence for a little bit. If they kill, and don't be afraid to do something. Don't wait until it gets really bad. Don't do what I did. Don't wait till it gets really, really bad and then say, oh, do something. Save yourself from that heartache. Save yourself from that pain. And if it helps, and only because I keep on saying because I think it helps, start with breathing. Take a breath. Know that you're okay here in this moment, and get yourself a base to work off of so you can start climbing that well. Engaging those muscles a little bit. Even the engagement is climbing up and getting yourself back to some semblance of normal again. So that's it for my talk right now, guys. Hope you have a great day. Hope you guys have a great Labor Day tomorrow. And I will check in with you tomorrow. Don't forget, do your DDP yoga on this day and own your life.